Hello and welcome to Spectrum TV News at 4. I am Uyai and I can come to you live from Uyo, the capital city of Akwa Ibom State, Nigeria. Let's take a look at the major stories. Nigeria's First Lady Remi Tinubu receives Super Falcons at Ase Villa. Governor Umoina moves to complete General Hospital project in Ikorak-Bangkok, Okanafon local government area. Plus, King Charles III to visit France in September. We will bring you details of these stories and more in a moment. Remi Tinubu, who has received members of the Nigerian female football team, the Super Falcons, at the Presidential Villa Abuja today. Recall that the Super Falcons crashed out of the ongoing FIFA Women's World Cup co-hosted by Australia and New Zealand, having lost through penalties to the English team, the Lioness, last Monday, August 7. From the Green Chambers, the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Tajuddin Abbas, has demanded an immediate investigation of the bandits' attack at the Kofa Gayan area of Zaria that led to the killing of 2 persons on Saturday night. The suspected bandits reportedly invaded the area, shot sporadically, and unsuccessfully attempted to kidnap some residents. In a statement by his special advisor on media and publicity, Musa Abdullahi, the Speaker condemned the development and described the deaths as unfortunate. The statement noted that the recurring attacks in parts of Zaria in Kaduna North Senatorial District were unacceptable and insisted that a thorough investigation must be carried out, this time to unravel the circumstances behind the endless attacks. He therefore urged security agents to up their game in the protection of lives and property, which is their primary responsibility, stressing that citizens, wherever they may be, should be safe to go about their businesses at any time of the day. Away from that, the Nigeria Civil Aviation Authority, NCAA, has vowed to sanction airlines and allied services providers that fail to maintain adequate insurance coverage for their aircraft and other aviation equipment. The aviation industry regulator said it was mandatory for all operators to comply with the Nigerian Civil Aviation Regulations, Nigeria CARs 2022. According to the NCAA, the compliance entails maintaining adequate and valid insurance cover, submitting copies of valid insurance certificates to the authority, and evidence of payment of premium and other policy documents of insurance cover or of not less than 3 months. The agency's directive was contained in an all-operator letter addressed to all airlines and allied aviation services providers and signed by the Director General, NCAA, Musa Nuhu. In the separate developments, the acting Comptroller General of the Nigerian Immigration Service, Caroline Adepoju, has warned parents and girls to be wary of irregular migration, which has claimed the lives of numerous young Nigerians. Adepoju gave the warning at the 20th outreach of the August Girls Assembly in Ibadan, Oyo State. Adepoju noted that illegal migrants face many difficulties, such as harsh weather conditions and predators who either feed on them or harvest their organs for sale in a crude manner. She enjoined girls to face their studies, be diligent, and have the fear of God. In another development, the Abia State Governor Alex Otti has directed the ban on the operation of commercial motorcyclists, better known as Okada, within the Umuahia and Aba metropolis. According to Governor Otti's Chief Press Secretary Kazi Uko, this directive takes effect immediately. Back here, in line with his avowed commitment, has moved to complete the General Hospital project in Ikorakbanku, Kanafon local government area to cater for the healthcare needs of people in the area. The governor, who spoke at the Ikorakbanku General Hospital project site, where he made a stopover to inspect structures on the project, which has been left uncompleted for about a decade, directed the State Commissioner for Health, Professor Augustine Umo, to liaise with the contractor and relevant stakeholders to furnish him with information on the status of the deceased General Overseer of Rapture Trust Gospel Ministries, Ukanafon, late Bishop Moswil Umor, expressed gratitude to the people of Ukanafon for their support in the last gubernatorial election and promised to sustain his administration's rural development drive and disposition favorable to rural communities. At the church, the governor said his attendance at the service was to show solidarity to the deceased cleric's family and the church over their loss. He described the late Moswil Umor as a strong voice in promoting the gospel of Christ and a dependable ally who has encouraged him over time, thanking God that Umor raised a worthy successor to further his vision. Government House correspondent Jane Uwa reports that earlier in his speech, the eldest son of the deceased cleric, Ekponomasi Moswil Umor, thanked the governor for the visit, which he said was love-driven, based on the relationship of his late father and Pastor Moino, describing his late father as a man of faith and source of inspiration. Eponobasi said the governor's visit was a great honor and reinforcement of confidence to follow in his ways. In the meantime, the Sector Commander, Federal Road Safety Corps, Akwa Ibom State Corps Commander Matthew Olanishaye, has described a fatal crash which occurred yesterday along a Run Road involving a Mitsubishi bus and a Hyundai Accent as an unfortunate incident that could have been avoided should the people stop abusing the use of highways and start obeying traffic rules. Oladisaye, while noting that 2 out of the 3 male adults involved in the accident were confirmed dead and 1 injured, warned road users against violation of traffic signs that tend to undermine the safety of the road users, as any life lost cannot be recovered. The sector commander therefore reiterated the need for safety consciousness among drivers, advising them against excessive road signs, amongst others. Meanwhile, gas marketers in the Akwa Ibom State capital, have confirmed, that the price of cooking gas has increased from its previous amount to a new price. A correspondent, Esther Toyo, who sought to know the reasons for the increment, completes the report.
A gas marketer in Uyo, the Akwa Ibom state capital, Uwem Inyang, has confirmed the increment in the price of cooking gas. Inyang said the rise in the price of gas is as a result of high tax rates and naira devaluation. According to him, the purchase price of gas was 10.8 million naira per 20 metric tons, but now it is sold at 11.6 million naira per truck.
The depot price since yesterday has gone up by almost million naira per truck, per 20 metric tons, but now it's 11.6 million naira. For now, we've not really known what is the cost of the price at the depot price. It could be because of the rise in the exchange rate. Most of the products are imported to Nigeria. 12.5 is 8,400 naira. We envision that we will get to 8,700 naira, 9,000 naira per 12.5. A kilo now is 672 naira. I think the marketers, the people at the depot, it depends on how they also buy it. I won't blame them. It is the government that should come in and see what they can do to help the masses.
Also speaking with Spectrum Television, a consumer, Esther Okon, expressed worries over the rapid increase in the price of gas, noting that she purchased 1 kilogram of gas for 700 naira last week. She pleaded with government to intervene so as to reduce the effects of the harsh economy.
Before now, last month I bought 6.5. Today I'm buying 700. It has increased now. Because I'm surprised to buy 700. I was even expecting 6.5. I'm not happy. Because I know this 12.5, before now, I know years back, I used to buy for 2,500. That was in Port Harcourt before I moved in here. The economy is high now, we know. But they shouldn't have been making things very high for us.
It could be recalled that the president of the Nigerian Association of Liquefied Petroleum Gas Marketers, Olatunbosu Oladipo, has said that the price of gas will go up from this week. Esther Otoyo, Spectrum News.
Moving now to Africa, where Niger coup leaders have vowed to persecute ousted President Mohamed Bazoum for alleged treason and security risk in the West African country. This was made known in a statement by the junta spokesperson, Colonel Major Amadou Abdourahmane, read on national television. Abdourahmane said the ousted president would be persecuted for high treason and undermining the internal and external security of Niger. The junta spokesperson also said there was misinformation campaign against the putschist to derail any negotiated solution to the crisis in order to justify military intervention in the name of ECOWAS. Recall that the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, imposed sanctions on Niger in response to the coup and has not ruled out using force against the army officers who toppled the democratically elected Bazoum on the 26th of July. In a related development, the new Niger Prime Minister Ali Mohamed Zine today in an interview said Niger will be able to thwart sanctions imposed by West African bloc ECOWAS in response to last month's coup. The Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, imposed sanctions on Niger following the coup and has not ruled out using force against the army officers who toppled the democratically elected President Mohamed Bazoum. The bloc has severed financial transactions and electricity supplies and closed borders with landlocked Niger, blocking much-needed imports to one of the world's poorest countries. Meanwhile, the military leaders earlier said the sanctions had made it difficult for people to access medicine, food and electricity, describing the measures as illegal, inhumane and humiliating. But Zine also expressed optimism about a visit by a Nigerian delegation and talks with. On the foreign scene, at least 24 people have been reportedly killed, 9 of them in a temple collapse, and dozens more are feared missing after intense rains caused floods and landslides in India. Reports say days of torrential downpours have washed the vehicles, demolished buildings, and destroyed bridges in the northern states of Uttarakhand and Himachal Pradesh. Flooding and landslides are common and cause widespread devastation during India's treacherous monsoon season. but experts say climate change is increasing their frequency and severity. Singh Shuku, Chief Minister of the worst affected state, Himachal Pradesh, said at least 16 people had lost their lives in the past 24 hours, including 9 in a Hindu temple collapse in the state's capital, Shimla. Still on the foreign scene, King Charles III will travel to France for a state visit in September, 6 months after a scheduled trip was cancelled because of violent protests. The planned journey, intended to highlight warming Franco-British relations, had been postponed in March at the last minute as angry mass protesters against pension reform shook France. At the weekend, the regional daily Sunquest said that the state visit would now take place in September and that the monarch and queen consort Camilla would visit Paris and Bordeaux in the southwest as originally planned. Reports say the approximate dates are September 20 to 22, adding that King Charles' security detail had come to Bordeaux in July to prepare the visit. Still to come in the news. Chelsea set to overtake Arsenal as biggest spenders with Caicedo deal. Do stay with us for details after this time out. Thanks for staying tuned, and now to the rest of the news stories. On our business news, the National Bureau of Statistics (NBS) has revealed that the average cost of a bus transportation within Nigerian cities rose from 649.59 naira in May to 1,285.41 naira in June 2023 due to the rise in the pump price of premium motorist spirits (PMS). Figures obtained from the NBS report for June also revealed that the cost of intra-city bus transportation rose by 98% or 636 naira within 1 month. On a year-on-year basis, it said bus fares rose by 120.63% from 582.61 naira paid by commuters in June 2022. The average fare paid by commuters for bus journey intercity per drop rose to 5,686.49 naira in June compared to 4,216 naira in May 2023, indicating an increase of 42.09% on a month-on-month basis. Still in business, oil marketers have indicated that the cost of premium motorist spirits (PMS), popularly called petrol, would rise to between 680 naira per litre and 720 naira per litre in the coming weeks, should the dollar continue to trade from 910 naira to 950 naira at the parallel market. They also hinted that dealers seeking to import PMS were being forced to put the plans on hold due to the scarcity of foreign exchange to import the commodity. The warning came barely 1 week after the local currency crossed the 900 naira per dollar ceiling, with the naira selling at over 945 naira per dollar at the parallel market on Friday. The oil dealers set the CBN importers and exporters official window for foreign exchange, which boasts of a lower exchange rate of about $740 per litre, had remained illiquid and unable to provide the $25 million to $30 million required for the importation of PMS by dealers. On our health news, the Nigerian Medical Association Ekiti State branch has urged the federal government to declare a state of emergency on the health sector with a view to addressing its myriads of problems and making it attractive to professionals. The body called for the allocation of at least 15% of the national budget to health as stipulated in the Abuja Declaration, adding that such will be an initial step to show commitment towards the growth of the health sector on the part of the government. These were contained in the communique issued at the end of the 26th Annual General Meeting of NMA, which was themed Medical Legislation, the need for inclusiveness in achieving stability in the health industry, made available to newsmen in Ado Ekiti. In the communique signed by NMS State Chairman Dr. Babatunde Rosiji and Secretary Dr. Moses Dada, the doctors charged President Bola Tinubu not to hesitate to take tough decisions to help jumpstart the country's ailing cost of health services from becoming so prohibitive, I beg your pardon, to the point of driving patients away from the hospitals. Still in health, medical experts have advised Nigerians to avoid sharing razors, toothbrushes, and to practice safe sex to avoid getting infected with the hepatitis B virus, noting that it is far more dangerous and infectious than the human immunodeficiency virus HIV, as it causes liver damage, liver cancer, and even death. The experts said though hepatitis B has no cure, Nigerians should get vaccinated as a form of protection against the virus. According to the World Health Organization, hepatitis B is a liver disease caused by the HBV virus, and it interferes with the functions of the liver, causing pathological damage. In sports, Chelsea is set to leapfrog Arsenal as the league's biggest spenders in this window. The Blues will extend their spending spree to £285.9 million with the Maynard's £115 million signing of Moses Caicedo. According to reports this summer, the Blues have also signed Christopher Nkoko for £52 million, Asel Disasi, 38. Leslie Ugochukwu, £23.1 million, Angelo Gabriel, Ishia Samuel Smith, Diego Moreira, and Alex Mathers all disclosed. Chelsea, who is now managed by Mould, home the equalizer after Luis Diaz had given the Reds the lead in the first half. Still in sports, Paris Saint-Germain have agreed a deal to sell Brazil forward Neymar to Saudi Pro League side Al Hilal for about €90 million plus added-ons. The transfer is subject to the €222 million in 2017, was left out of the squad for their League One draw against the Lorient on Saturday. He has made 173 appearances for PSG, helping the club win 13 trophies, including 5 League One titles, as well as reaching the 2020 Champions League final. On our entertainment news, Afrobeats megastar Davido has acknowledged his 4th studio album, Timeless, has brought an unimaginable transformation in his life. Released at a time when the singer was just recovering from mourning the demise of his son, the album has since gone on to not only inflame the global music scene, but also charted Davido's career into exciting new horizons. While reacting to a tweet by Pop Bass indulging trips to mention an album that changed their lives, OBO proudly responded with the cover art of his sizzling album Timeless. In just 8 days of its release, Davido's Timeless broke the record for the biggest African album in Apple Music history by first-day streams worldwide. Still on entertainment news, in a bid to test his international reach, Fast-rising Afrobeat star Sheyi Vibes held his first international headline concert at the O2 Indigo Hall in the United Kingdom. Vibes, in his first attempt, sold out the 5,000 capacity O2 Indigo Hall. Reports say after releasing 4 projects, 3 albums and 1 EP in 10 months, the singer has become a recurring figure in the mainstream with his strings of hit singles taking over the streets. And that's all we have for you at this time. Do well to follow us on social media. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, all of which you can find on our website, spectrumtv.ng. You have been watching Spectrum TV News at 4. I am Uyai, and again, thanks for watching and do enjoy the rest of your day. Good afternoon.